So if you're wondering what has a circuit breaker has to do with the science of getting rich, so the dates are interesting. Okay, I'm going to dive more into it on what this is all about. And I'll be happy to answer any questions after this. Yes, so Ilham was saying the science of getting rich Chiller looks really good. Yes, it looks really good. We have a really good creative guy on board with PGI that does all this stuff. It's brilliant. Okay, so science of getting rich, what's happening? So this is a timeline of sequence of events. Science of getting rich is happening on the 1st to 3rd of May, the Friday to Saturday, and it's based on Eastern time, meaning to say that it's happening on 9 p.m. Singapore time and Perth time. So it will end on the 4th morning for us based in Asia. And May 5th is when our magic words end. We're going to end this magic word. So what's going to happen after May 5th? Okay, so what's going to happen after May 5th? Very, very simple. I'm encouraging you to join the 7:45 Science of Getting Rich community. Okay, I know the circuit breaker is extended. That's why you should make use of this time to really get going. And once it's lifted, you're just going to start working towards the riches that you truly, truly desire. Okay, so what happens is the 7:45 a.m. Science of Getting Rich community, it's not an everyday affair. It's going to happen on a Tuesday and Friday. So May 1st to 3rd, you'll be watching the Science of Getting Rich. And bear in mind, this is a virtual event. We can't do an in-person event right now. And the Science of Getting Rich is actually available for replay for 30 days. So I'm going to make use of this replay that's available for 30 days. And you're going to be part of a 7:45 a.m. Science of Getting Rich community. We don't come on every day. We really come on Tuesday and Friday. So when Science of Getting Rich ends on the 3rd, okay, the immediate day that come on is on the 8th of May, which is a Friday. We're going to spend 3 sessions, 8, 11, and 15. We're going to spend our time working on day 1 of Science of Getting Rich. So you're going to watch day 1 of Science of Getting Rich, and you come on a 7:45 call. Same thing, we're going to start with WINS application that goes about 10 minutes, and we're going to spend another 20 minutes based on the learnings and any questions you have with regards to Science of Getting Rich. So this will repeat, this process will repeat the following week. 18 May, 22nd, 25th, is Tuesday, Friday, Tuesday, 3 sessions. We're going to focus on day 2 of Science of Getting Rich. So you can watch day 2 of Science of Getting Rich, watch the replay, come on a call at 7:45, share WINS, and ask me any questions that you want. And then we're going to continue for 2 more sessions, which is on the 29th of May, 2nd of June, and we'll be focusing on day 3 of Science of Getting Rich, because usually the day 3 is only a half a day event, so we're going to have only 2 sessions. So that's the whole routine that will bring us through the slightly extended circuit breaker, which is going to be lifted on 1st June, and we're going to celebrate on 2nd June, okay? So this is 7:45 Science of Getting Rich community. The routine is the same. 7:45, come on a call. You're not going to listen to Earl anymore, right? You already pre-watch all this content from Science of Getting Rich. And if you're wondering what is Science of Getting Rich, well, basically, I don't know, Bob actually condensed it to 2.5 days. It's usually a program which I studied a while back. It's based on a book, Wallace Wattles' Science of Getting Rich, and he's going to condense it to 2.5 days. And Bob is really good to simplify content on the specifics of how to get rich. And this is not just riches in terms of financial riches, but also riches in terms of your mind. So riches in all sense. And we'll go through the routine when you're part of this community. 7:45, come on, share WINS, share your application. 20 minutes, we're going to do some learnings and can throw in some Q&A, okay? So please note that Science of Getting Rich is not free, right? There's a fee to it. It's actually a virtual seminar. It will be at an investment of $147 US, okay? Science of Getting Rich community is not free either, okay? There's an investment of $100 US, okay? So Now, the deal is, by now you understand what attitude is, and it's all about application, and this sense of getting rich is probably the most ideal way to make good use of that one more month of staying home and get ready to gear up once the circuit breaker is lifted. And if you're my client for long enough, you know I always reward people who take action and act fast. So the first 5 people who actually enroll in the Science of Getting Rich, I'll get a notification. Basically, I'll know by tomorrow. I'm assuming you will have made a decision immediately once you get off the call. I will invite you to the Science of Getting Rich 7:45 a.m. community, and there'll be no charge to it, or you'll be part of this community for free for the first 5 who decides to get on Science of Getting Rich virtual seminar at 147. If you're not the first 5, I'll still let you know. I'll send you a link, and you still decide if you want to be part of the community. If you don't want to, that's fine. If you want to, $100. $100 to me is not a huge investment. Honestly, it's even cheaper than any gym membership you have, and this is probably the gym membership for the mind. I'm putting my time on the table just to make sure that during this circuit breaker, we're making good use of our time and speed up once everything is lifted. Okay? And if you want to, you can take a screenshot, take a QR code, and scan and get the link, bring your payment details, and I'll get a notification. And by tomorrow, before I get onto the 7:45 call for Magic Word, I will be able to let you know if you're the first 5 who get free access into the 7:45 a.m. Science of Getting Rich community. Okay? So, questions, I'll be happy to take any questions. There were some picking up. Okay. So Andre say might gradually become the 5 a.m. club like Robin Sharma coin. 5 a.m. is still not an idea. It's a good idea. I've not acted upon it yet. Still a lot of adjustment I need to work on. Okay. So Science of Getting Rich itself is freely available, but to dissect, deeply understand this kind of information needs to invest proper time, effort to do it better, to see what others, to do it with others, so we can see our blind spot and see potential application in daily lives. So, well, Andre, spot on, right? 3.5 days, if you actually ever attend a virtual event by Bob, if you can, actually, it's really nice to attend in person. 3.5 days, really a lot of content. Just imagine Earl speaks for 15 minutes, and there's so much tips that you can apply, right? And Earl is one of Bob's mentor. Imagine Bob is going to teach for 2.5 days. That's a lot more content. So which is why the community will help, because you start to hear from each other on their wins application, and then you start to pick up, oh, these are certain things I might miss out, I might not heard it when I'm watching the presentation, because your mind don't stay focused for the entire hour. Probably a good half an hour, then your mind starts to drift off. So that's the purpose of the 7:45 a.m. Science of Getting Rich community. And if it's a good program, I'm assuming you're going to be the first 5 to get your hands onto Science of Getting Rich virtual seminar, and then you can be part of the community for free. Okay? And I'm not sure if the Science of Getting Rich is free. Science of Getting Rich is based on a book, so you can always buy the Wallace Water book. But the program itself is a program whereby Bob open up the book and teach exactly how to apply. He really dissect the book. If anybody wants to buy the Science of Getting Rich book, it's a small book. I have to copy. It's a small book, you can buy anywhere from Book Depository, right? So, yeah, Margaret said I've done this program previously and I find it extremely helpful in growing my wealth and outlook on opening up opportunities. And Honestly, even if you have done this program, I would still say go on this virtual seminar. I myself have studied the Science of Getting Rich program with Bob before, but this is the first time he's actually doing a virtual seminar in 2.5 days. So it'd be interesting to see how Bob further dissect it and condense it in a 2.5 day seminar. Like last time I studied with Bob on Science of Getting Rich, it took me maybe about 6 to 8 weeks to complete the entire program. And now he's going to condense it to 2.5 days. So I myself am looking forward to how he further dissect and make it even simpler for one to internalize and apply. Okay, so I'm not sure what Andre means by YT is free. Yeah. So great, Suli, well done. Act on it. You're in. Okay, I'm sure you're going to be the first 5 done. Suli, done. Great. Yes. So again, if you are not my client or if you've been at my seminar, I would say that if everything on YouTube is free, is good enough, we will all be doing a lot more better. But the thing is that on YouTube, don't go into that deep content on dissecting what exactly is being taught, right? So now the whole idea is to study and truly internalize and apply. And bear in mind, Bob has the ability to simplify things. And using a stick person, you can actually dissect further to actually apply. It took quite a few of us to actually listen to the magic word, and then we start to apply. You remember, I had to get everyone to slowly shift. Initially, it was just, I hear this phrase, a lot of a quote of what said. It took almost 1 week, at least, for those who have been on call for at least 1 week. Then the application comes. And the application comes actually more from those who have been on this session since day one. So it takes time for the mind to slowly absorb and internalize. And that's why it's important to give yourself some time to study deeper and apply. Honestly, I can bet with you my last dollar. You can apply every single idea that was shared on Science of Getting Rich in 2.5 days. You can apply every single idea. This so-called pandemic is not a big deal to you at all. On the contrary, you rise far above and beyond the rest, because the rest who are not guided, they're entering distraction and noise, they'll be slowing down. You're speeding up. People are slowing down, you're speeding up. It means on normal days, maybe you're speeding up. You might have a 5-10% advantage against the rest. But right now, you have a lot more because people are actually speeding up. There's no so-called completion, which is what Earth says as well. If you stay focused, the next 5 years doing all this that he says, you're going to just be in the top 5% easily. Okay? So it's pretty straightforward. I think that's all I have. Does anybody have any questions for me? So I'm only keeping it to this group first. I mean, you guys have committed to being on a call. A lot of people have registered. I can be honest, I have about 90 people have registered, but we don't have 90 people on the call. So you're going to get the first preview of what I'm sharing for the community. First 5 get free access to the 745 Science of Getting Rich community. I will inform the rest once this call ends, which is why I'm recording the session. But they might not be the first 5 to get free access. Okay, so I think that's all I have. If there's no more question, I'm just giving you 1 more minute. Anything on chat box? Okay, since there are no more questions, I'll see everyone here back at 7:40 tomorrow, and still continue to apply that one takeaway that you learned from today. Okay, great. Thanks everyone. Have a good weekend. Bye.